Hey Evan, I'm coming to you on April 25th, it's a Saturday, from USC's campus. And, where do I even start? So last time I made a video, I was also on campus. I think I was skateboarding. Sorry if the wind is a lot also, by the way. We'll see if this footage is even usable. But yeah, so we're like 6 weeks into quarantine. It's really funny watching that video I made because I'm like talking about how there's 6 reported cases in Los Angeles. I believe now there are probably about a couple 100,000 in Los Angeles. And yeah, the future is obviously very uncertain for everybody. But I have been staying in my apartment mostly, getting out when it's safe to, so I like going to the store or going on a run, being very distant from other people, and occasionally coming onto campus just because there's not a lot of people around and it's wide open space and I miss it. And also like in downtown LA, there's not really a lot of places to go where you could bike around or rollerblade or run and like have there actually be space. Not a bunch of cars, stop signs, pedestrians, narrow sidewalks, etc. So I want to make this really brief. Just want to check in on you, man. How are you doing? I know this is affecting us all in different ways, but I wanted to... Whoa, loud plane. I'll let this pass. It's actually a helicopter. But yeah, I just want to check in and see how you're doing. I know this is a crazy time for all of us. I have my ups and downs for sure. There are days where I'm like, this is great, I'm getting so much done. There's also days where I'm like, this is so unhealthy for me. I'm stagnating, I'm backtracking, my productivity is low, I have a horrible sleep schedule. But you know, honestly, I've made a lot of videos and, sorry, I'm about to sneeze. It's especially weird doing this right as we're about to graduate and, you know, try to find jobs and stuff, especially for the film industry. They have paused like hiring everywhere. So it's a little bit uncertain. It's also like kind of nice in a weird way where I'm like, well, I don't have to worry about finding a job because it's literally impossible to find a job. So like there's zero expectation right now. So that's a funny little positive. But yeah, Evan, these are obviously dark times, to quote Bill Nighy's character in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 or 2. These are dark times, there's no denying it. Last week, my grandmother passed away, which was really sad. We had a really special relationship. I would call her all the time and she'd send me letters and care packages, and I would send her all of my film scripts to read and she would give me feedback. A lot of the times that feedback was like very tame, like it wasn't like this is awful, but she would always send apologies with all of her feedback. Like, I'm so sorry, I don't mean to make it sound like I don't like it, I do like it, like don't like, and I'm just like, Grandma, don't worry, I asked you for feedback, I wanted it, I appreciate it. But yeah, we would always get lunches together at MCL cafeteria in Carmel. She loved that place, and yeah, we had a lot of really special times, and she was there for me in so many different times of my life, ups and downs. But yeah, to close out, like basically it's a pretty rough time. It can also be really fun, especially for me. Hanging out with Steele and Dylan all the time has been really fun. Talking to you the last couple times I've talked to you has been great. I just want to say I hope you're doing well, and I just wanted to post a video on the channel. So hit me back, man. Hit me back. I love you. Talk to you soon. Also, Evan, you asked me what my survivor dream I had was that had you and Genevieve in it. Well, let me just stop here and tell you. So, I don't know if you've seen Survivor, but you should watch it. I would recommend starting on season 28. It's on Hulu. or CBS All Access. I don't know where else. But basically my survivor dream was this. Sarah surprised me by me just somehow getting cast on Survivor without any audition process. So all of a sudden I find myself on this beach and all of the tribe mates of mine are walking up this beach, and I see someone in the distance that is, I know her from freshman year of college, and she's like, Vince. And my immediate reaction is like, oh God, someone I know is here. This is gonna be bad for my game. People are gonna think I'm in an alliance with her. This is horrible. And so I'm like, oh, hey, you. And then all of a sudden, my whole tribe comes. There's Rupert, who is, I put up a picture on one of the sides of the screen. He's from Indiana. He's a legendary Survivor player. There's also this other player named Austin from a season that I'm currently watching with Steele and Dylan. And so the other tribe, those guys are on my tribe. The other tribe walks up, and it is Jack Quaid, who you might recognize from The Boys. He is in the Hunger Games, which I just saw last week, along with a couple of his other Hunger Games Alliance members, including Kato, the actor for him. And then all of a sudden you come up, and I'm like freaking out, and I can't, even though I had my strategy of not telling people who I know outside of the game, I'm like, Evan Waymeyer, I love this guy. This guy's awesome. I'm gonna be his groomsman. And you're on the other tribe, and I don't know what I'm doing. Then all of a sudden Genevieve comes up, and I'm like, oh my God, Genevieve's here. This is crazy. And so I immediately shot myself in the foot, essentially. So then I like fast forward a little bit. We're doing some challenges I'm doing challenges with my tribe, getting to know them. And at one point I come up to your like tribe, and there's these 3 Hunger Games guys, including Jack Quaid. And they're like, hey man, it's really cool you have this friendship with Evan that's outside of the game. Like, if we ever merge tribes, you should come hang out with us and like be part of our alliance. And I'm immediately like, you idiots. I know this game. We haven't even had one tribal council yet. You're trying to get me to ally with the other tribe? If my tribe mates knew this, they would toss me out of the game immediately. I'd get voted out first. And all these guys are like, oh yeah, you know, that makes a lot of sense, Vince. No worries. And so on my way out, in full display of my tribe, I'm like, hey guys, great talking to you. I shake all of their hands. And then as I leave, I'm just like, I turn back and I'm like, hey, really good talking to you. And I fist bump all of them. And then I shake all their hands one more time, if it wasn't already clear that, like, to my tribe that I wasn't on their team. And so then I go back to my tribe and I'm just like, oh, hey guys. And they're all like super mad at me. And then I wake up. So that was my Survivor dream that you were in very briefly, basically just a cameo from you and Genevieve and that one person from my freshman year of college. But just wanted to share. Evan, I'll talk to you soon. This has been a silly vlog, but a good one, yeah, hopefully. Bye.